Hi, I'm Dr. Brown, and in this video I'm going to continue my discussion on insulin resistance. I'll be discussing blood sugar, which is glucose, insulin in the pancreas. I'll also talk about some of the causes of insulin resistance, just what is insulin resistance, and what are some of the things we can do naturally to reverse insulin resistance. Okay, so here we go. Blood sugar, also known as glucose, has an important chaperone in the body known as insulin. This powerful hormone helps usher glucose into the cells where it can be used for energy. Without insulin, cells would not have access to this vital fuel source. After a meal, the digestive system turns food into glucose or sugar. Glucose is sent into the bloodstream, causing blood sugar levels to rise. To control and balance these blood sugar levels, the pancreas produces insulin. Insulin then guides some of the glucose into the cells that need it and stores the rest for later. It's a pretty good system when it's working properly. So what is insulin resistance? Well, when there is too much glucose in the bloodstream, the chaperone insulin ends up knocking on the cell's door just way too many times. Finally, the cell gets frustrated and locks the door completely, resisting insulin's request for entry. That cell becomes insulin resistant, which is problematic because then it doesn't get the energy it needs while glucose continues to circulate in the bloodstream unabated and accumulates. A good insulin resistant definition is that the cells lose their sensitivity to insulin, causing an inability to uptake and utilize glucose for various tissues in the body. So insulin resistance increases the risk of heart disease and diabetes, as well as a number of other chronic and often debilitating diseases. These debilitating illnesses that can follow insulin resistance can take sometimes up to 10 to 15 years to manifest, according to scientific research. Because of this, it's important to identify and address the causes as early as possible. So just what causes insulin resistance? Well, excess adipose or body fat is the key cause of insulin resistance, not the only one though. What's worse is excess adipose, especially around the belly, creates a vicious cycle that continues to make insulin resistance worse. The other causes of insulin resistance include, but not limited to, poor diet, lack of exercise, lack of sleep, environmental exposures like air pollution, chronic stress, and of course smoking. So how do we treat insulin resistance naturally? Well, preventing, treating, and reversing insulin resistance requires a three-pronged approach that addresses diet, lifestyle, and dietary supplements. Of these, a healthy diet plays the most crucial role. After all, food is by far the most powerful medicine that we have. Insulin-resistant diet would sort of look like this. The best diet would be one that maintains a healthy body weight while maintaining lean muscle mass. Some dietary factors to keep in mind would include having a low glycemic index, a low carbohydrate, good fats, high proteins, and high fiber. So you ask, what are some of the foods for insulin resistance? Well, beans and lentils, as well as whole grains and vegetables for their fiber content, lean meats, fish, and nuts for their protein content, citrus fruits and berries for their antioxidant content. Green tea is also great. Dark green leafy vegetables for their nutrient content, and healthy fats like olive oil, coconut oil, and avocados. Foods to avoid would be such as white bread and rice, starchy vegetables like potatoes, corns, and beets, saturated fats found in fatty meats and dairy, sugar-sweetened beverages and breakfast cereals, fruit juice and dried fruits, and fried and processed foods, of course. So what would you add to an insulin-resistant lifestyle? Well, two key lifestyle factors to consider in addition to eating a healthy diet are exercise and sleep. There's an inverse relationship between insulin resistance and exercise, and getting enough sleep is also critical to preventing and treating insulin resistance. Research shows that just one night of sleep deprivation will put the body into insulin resistance. What are some supplements that can be taken for insulin resistance? Well, scientific literature shows several targeted nutrients and herbs can help lower blood sugar and improve insulin sensitivity. These would include berberine, chromium, cinnamon, and Gymnema sylvestre, a real tongue twister there. So the bottom line is this. It's possible to successfully prevent, treat, and even reverse insulin resistance naturally. It just takes some effort with a focus on diet, lifestyle, dietary supplements. Ask your healthcare practitioner about your options and the ideal treatment plan. Also, you can reach out to me at any time and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thank you very much. Until next time, stay well.